All right, Joe, we got the beautiful Metal Sanaz in the house. Give me that countdown, buddy.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Get over here! Hi, I'm martial art master Daniel Casino. You know me as the original Johnny Cage, Scorpion, Sub-Zero, Reptile, and Smoke. You are tuning in to NerdCage Live on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. Don't miss an episode or you'll get caged. So let's finish him.
This is Anthony Marquez, better known as Kung Lao for Mortal Kombat. Make sure to like and subscribe to NerdCage Live. Be there. Us.
Hey everybody, this is Dave Niebor from Dog Eat Dog, and you're watching NerdCage Live. So like, share, and subscribe to this channel. These are great guys doing what they love to do.
Hi, I'm Leah Montalongo, the OG Sindel. Please like, subscribe to NerdCage Live.
This is Ernie C. from Body Count. You're tuned in to NerdCage. Can you like and subscribe?
NerdCage Live and gaming are a perfect match.
Shoot the J, Joe. Okay. Shoot it!
All right.
Over on NerdCage Live on Twitch, Jay and Joe go live.
Call me Bazooka Joe.
It's all about you.
Kaboom! Playing both old school and new school games every Tuesday night. Ooh, what a sight!
Jay, stop looking at her face and run.
But she's so beautiful.
So be sure to follow NerdCage Live on Twitch.
Run for your life, Joe. Run for your life, Joe.
Running.
Run faster. Oh no, Joe. The galaxy's doomed because of you.
To scratch your gaming itch.
Oh, nice kick, Joe.
Thank you.
Yo, that's diabolical. Wait. Yo!
That's twitch.tv/NerdCage Live.
Hey guys, it's the original Shao Kahn, Brian Glenn, and I'd like you to subscribe to NerdCage Live.
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Doc Coyle, the man from Bad Wolves and God Forbid. I wanted to let you know right now, please subscribe to NerdCage Live.
Greetings, imagination connoisseurs. This is Robert Meyer Burnett, and I'm telling you to go get in the cage, the NerdCage Live, and you watch, you like, you subscribe.
And you come back and you hear some cogent discourse about all things nerdy.
NerdCage Live, do it.
Hi, my name's Kev Bayless, designer or redesigner of Donkey Kong, designer of Diddy Kong, Jago, Enderkurken, and Whizpig. You can't beat me! But what you want to do is subscribe to NerdCage, the YouTube channel. Just go there, subscribe, because you know it makes sense. And that's that.
Hi, Heather the Eatheart here. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow NerdCage Live.
It has begun.
If what you say is true, the Shaolin
And the NerdCage
could be dangerous.
Greetings, citizens. You're now trapped in a NerdCage. We hope you have a smashing good time.
You're now about to witness the strength of geek knowledge. Hello, welcome. That is right. You are trapped once again in NerdCage Live. This channel is a celebration of all things pop culture, including heavy metal. So if you are new to the channel, please hit that like button and subscribe. Share with everybody you know. We are almost to 5,000 subscribers. I'm your co-host, Jay St. G, certified geek, 7 days a week, coming to you live from yours truly, the land of the orange of Syracuse, New York. And always among us is our moderator and trollhammer. It is Joe of FallenOne Gaming. Please introduce our lovely guest tonight.
Yes, tonight we have the queen of metal herself, the owner of Unfriendly Studios. It is the lovely Metal Sanaz. How are we doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you guys for having me. We've been waiting for this for a few months to get this.
Oh yeah, it's been like 3 or 4 months we were trying to get you on, but we finally did it.
It's been busy. You know, it's been busy.
Yes. All right, Joe, real quick, we got some stuff to promote. So, Joe, we have a big show next Thursday. Aussie Invasion.
Yes, we do. Total MK and Fate Attack of the Aussies for MK will be right here on NerdCage Live, and we will have a giant announcement for a special guest.
And I mean giant announcement for June, and be ready. And then, Joe, Saturday on twitch.tv/NerdCage Live.
Yes, more Doom, the Dark Ages.
And on Tuesday.
Yes, we switched to the God Killer himself in God of War 3 Remastered.
Yes, and of course, if you haven't already, please get yourself a NerdCage Live t-shirt. Any size, any color, whether if you're a skinny booty call or a fat fuck. Big or small, we love them all. The link to our TeePublic is in the description of every video in this live stream and across the vast lands of social media. We also are live, Joe.
Yes, if you want to get us on Twitter or Instagram, both handles are @nerd_cage. Our link to our Discord is in the description. Become a member there as well. And our Facebook discussion group, that is NerdCage Nation. We love everything you guys put up there. No spoilers, no politics, and for God's sakes, keep it civil.
All right. Well, enough of our bullshit. We have a lovely guest here. And so, Miss Metal Sanaz, I just want to let everybody know in the internet landscape that I remember you from back in the MySpace days. The dawn of social media before Facebook. And like, I used to follow all these goddamn bands on MySpace, and that's how I got connected with you. And that was during like your metal journalists and like and you used to like model and stuff like that. So like, go ahead. I want to give you the floor for a little bit. Just explain you know, your career, how you got involved in music journalism, all that good stuff, and of course the Unfriendly Studios and all that good stuff. So go ahead, the floor is yours.
Well, I actually used to be a very, very shy person. Did not like to talk to people, very introvert. And when MySpace came around, I already have done a few interviews before that for a TV station that was not in English or anything. It was something else. And then once MySpace came, I wasn't really looking into getting into the business at all. And then they found me there and they wanted me to do interviews. And I told them, I'm like, you think you guys are nerds? I can't even fucking speak. So I was like, I don't know how to even talk. Like, what are you talking about? But they wanted me to, and I just kind of because I was already promoting the bands that I was finding, and not knowing what promoting is. That was like everything that I started. I had no idea what it was. I was just doing it like naturally. It was just like, oh, look at this band, look at that band. I found this band. I remember there was a band from Hawaii that I found. That I was like so surprised that they were in Hawaii and playing metal. Like, how can you be in such a tropical place and be playing metal? That's like weird. Well, it was weird to me, not anymore, but at that time it was. So I started like showing them to people, and it just spiraled into this, you know, the business. And yeah, and then just everybody started putting me on their top 8 on MySpace back in the day. I know a lot of people that are watching right now, they're like, what the hell is MySpace? I don't know what that is. Yeah, that's where everything started. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. It kind of got me out of my shell to the point that now you can't shut me the fuck up. Like, that's a problem now. It's like, you can't, she just doesn't stop talking. It's like, yeah, sorry, well, deal with it or leave, because this is how I am. It's just a weird personality wise. And yeah, and then I fell into the studio thing as well. Like, that was another tripping and falling into it. Before, in 2015, I got my first studio because a group of my friends wanted to play music, and they all needed a house. They were like, well, why don't we all just get a house together? I'm like, you can't play music in a house, so why don't we just and then I just started looking. I didn't even listen to them because they're, none of them, even me, like, we didn't know what we were doing. But I found the space, and obviously that didn't happen. Their band broke up, and I was like, okay. And then I just kind of fell into that. And the name actually comes from back in the day when I was doing radio shows with Dave Navarro. After like my show with him would be over, then I wanted to put have my own radio show too, which it was on his platform. So I was thinking about a name, and that because all the bands all these years have always told me constantly, it's like a thing, it's like, oh, we're not radio friendly, we're not radio friendly, we're not radio friendly. So I made Radio Unfriendly. So that's why, hence the name of the studio, which nobody understands. Yeah, that's like a confusion for everybody, including the very big bands that know me. They're like, why would you what is so, it's just so mean. I'm like, mean? I mean, I actually have a reason for calling it what I do. So yeah, that's kind of where it all kind of started, and here I am in the next one, and I'm in middle of, like, literally on the ladder, hammering stuff, sawing things, scrubbing floor, redoing floors, like things like that, and that's what what was stopping me from doing any kind of like interview or even my own life stuff, because I just been like so busy. Even right now as we speak, my friends went to get a U-Haul so we can bring some stuff here. So,
okay, so
it's not stopping.
Okay, so the new Unfriendly Studios, is this like a new location, or you're renovating, or?
It is a new location. I'm in the North Hollywood area of LA, because LA is so huge. People get confused, like, okay, where are you now? Before, I used to be in downtown LA, which is not too far from here, but with LA traffic, yeah, it's like an hour. But I'm in the North Hollywood. I to be honest with you, I kind of didn't want to even. I kind of wanted to step away from the music scene and just basically re-edit all of my life that it's on tapes from before, of like 20 something years, and I wanted to do that, and I was about to move out of LA until I came across this space, and it just sparked it again, that I know I really want this space, because it's ridiculously amazing in here. It's yeah, there was no way I was gonna say no to that.
Now, for Unfriendly Studios, is this where you plan on having booking bands to record and stuff like that?
It's basically, that's another thing that people don't seem to like understand. They think it's like one thing or another thing. It's going to be everything. So right now, as I am starting, and as things are not even finished yet, like we are doing some karaoke nights just to have friends come and see the place and get the vibe of it. I already have bands that are practicing here. I do have a very great engineer, and he could record bands. Then we can do live shows, we can do birthdays, we can do weddings, we can do parties, we can do gaming, which is one of the things that I really, really would like to have it back here again, because I had it before in my last studio, where a lot of the great nights that I had there was from people that did LARPing, and I never even heard that before. I had no idea what the hell they were talking about, and I just kept sitting there, like they were there for over a year, and I was like looking at them and I couldn't figure out what the hell was happening. But so even for gaming or whatever else that comes to people's mind, they can hit me up, and I will let them know if it's a go or not. But usually if we talk, it's probably a go, because I'll put in my input and I'll be like, okay, this is not good, that's good, like let's do this or add that to it, and then it usually just comes out to be perfect.
It's good you have a space to do whatever the hell you want, really. That's cool.
Yes, so it's kind of built that way, and it's also got outside too, so it's like a huge outside as well that's as big as the inside, and it has a jacuzzi as well, which is awesome. I was like, I was so sold on that one when I saw it. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. This place has a jacuzzi. Like, this is so cool. But it is a really nice recording studio, which it was here for 30 years. So they actually spent a lot of money building this place. So I don't have to do those parts. I'm just like retouching everything to the Sanaz style. And then I'm building a whole outside area as well. So that we can like have like movie screenings or barbecues or whatever we want outdoors as well. So it's pretty fun. It's fun.
Now, let me ask you this. I know you said you're still getting everything ready. Are you going to release like a tour video of the whole place when it's ready?
Yeah, I will. Like right now, with like event spaces, usually people go on certain websites and they look for the space, and I have not posted it anywhere because it's done, but it's not done. You know what I mean? Like there's like little tiny pieces that bothers me, and I am kind of a bitch and a perfectionist, and I like it my way. I don't listen to anybody at all, like at all, like at all. So I'm like fixing those tiny little things that are bothering my eyeball, like when I'm watching things go on here. I'm like, okay, I hate that. I hate those. I gotta fix that. But by the time I'm done with that, yes, I am going to actually record the whole space, and at least to start, I'm going to put some photos up so people can see, because the old photos that I put up on my social media was actually from not when I was here. That's basically was the ad for this place when it was listed. So I just took their pictures from the old times. Like, so they're not even like mine. Now it already looks very different, so I'm really excited.
Well,
yeah,
excellent.
I'll post it
well,
for
congratulations, on getting everything put together.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited. So excited.
Yeah, so we definitely look forward to like hearing stories and whatnot, and seeing the place. And if I'm ever in LA, I will definitely drop by. So
yeah, you have to, and especially that your channel is geared towards you guys have a lot of gamers and people like that on your channel. Like this would be a perfect space for them.
Yeah, you're talking to one.
Well, if they're in LA. There you go. Yeah. I don't play anything myself. I'm not the
We're
only
actually about
thing...
to ask you that.
I was gonna say not even the retro stuff from like way back in the 80s.
No, but like back in the day when I was like, I don't know, when I was a kid, I used to play like Atari stuff and things like that. But now I'm not really into gaming. But don't get me to Vegas though, because you cannot hurt me from those slot machines, and I always win, by the way. Just
there you go.
There we go.
Go there one day, make 10,000, come back. I'm like, okay, good.
And you're close enough to do that.
But that's it. But that's
Coast,
now I can't go. I was actually planning on going, and now I can't even. I like today I had to just leave the house to get cigarettes, like for a second, like leave the studio for a second, and I was just like I had to like run back. Like I was like, because there's still a lot that needs to be done, and I'm in a hurry. It hasn't even been a month that I'm here. And I'm like in super hurry mode, like I know this needs to get done, and I gotta get everything like finished, and especially that I think this Saturday is gonna be really busy here, so I'm not even prepared for that. But I did get a ton of emails, so I'm like, oh whoa, wait a minute! Like all of a sudden we're having 100 people show up for this karaoke. So it's like
I was just about to ask, because I saw it on social media. You had your first karaoke night and everything.
Yeah, the very first one was just pretty much my friends. It was like about 8 people, and then the next one was on a Thursday. That turned out to be like about 30 people. And then everybody thought that I'm doing it on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So on Tuesday, I was working inside the studio and I kept hearing the doorbell ring, like, and I kind of knew it. I was like, okay, everybody thinks that I have the karaoke. So I just, they finally like hit me up on social media. They were like, we're behind the door. What came for karaoke? I'm like, I don't have a schedule right now. Like, you need to just watch my page, because I'm one of the people, by the way, too. Yeah, and like everybody that's watching right now or watch this in the future, you guys need to. Everybody needs to understand. My mind is kind of a weird thing that nobody can like. They can't understand me. Sometimes I can't even understand me. Like, I go for one thing and then something else comes and I add that onto it, or I cut something off. So planning on something like, oh no, we're going to do this on this day every week, that's never going to be the thing. So if somebody ever is really interested in knowing what I'm up to, they should just keep track of my social media to know, because I usually post everything about my life is on there. Like, they
I was gonna say, you
pretty
have a
much day by
huge
day.
following, so.
Well, it was much bigger during the MySpace days, thanks to freaking Facebook.
Yeah. No,
and
that's
everything
definitely
else.
incredible. All right, so I gotta ask you something, because you have such a vast connection of musicians and your career, radio and interviewing and all that stuff. You mentioned Dave Navarro, so I have to ask, because this might be a viral moment, but I gotta ask. We saw a really, really bad incident on stage about 6 months ago with Jane's Addiction.
I saw that.
Okay. So I have to ask, if I don't know how if you still talk to Dave or not, but we saw what happened. What the fuck actually happened? What was that verbal exchange between Perry and Dave that caused this
I
whole
don't
thing?
know. I actually haven't talked to him in a bit now. But when I saw that, because I know Dave very, very well, and we work together as well, so I know him very good. I was very proud of him that he just handled it the way he did.
Yeah.
Because if it was me, man, that there would have been blood all over that place.
Yeah, exactly.
I was very proud of him to be able to like cool everything down, no matter what the conversation was and what happened. Like, he handled it like a champ. I can't do that. No.
I don't think anybody could. I was shocked. Like, Dave stood his ground. Perry
And
put
when
his
first
hands
time
on
I
him.
watched it, I was just like waiting. I'm like, is he gonna like punch back or do something or hit him or push him or anything at all? I was like waiting for that first time when I saw it, and I was like, wow, like he didn't do anything.
I'm really disappointed in Perry. I really am. Because he's always been such a pro. Like, what he did with Lollapalooza. By the way, I just watched that Lollapalooza documentary on Paramount Plus. It was amazing. But like these guys are like, pushing 60 or in their 60s, and for them to behave like that on stage I scratch my head. Like, and
But I've seen that a lot. Like, being backstage or even touring with people or huge bands, or just kind of being around them in the back. Like, I've seen that happen a lot, and I kind of get it. And then at the same time, there's certain things that it shouldn't be done like in front of people either.
Yeah,
like it's just not cool. But it seemed, from what if I want to defend the bands and talk about it, it's a different thing than if I just want to tell you stories. Then they're horrible. But if I want to defend some of them, that you say, so and so is like professional, why would he do something like that? There's a lot of fucking pressure when you're on the road and you're doing shows, and there's just things going wrong in the back and nobody sees it. Like, even with myself, like, people come to my studio or something, or at one of my events or something, and they immediately, like, the first thing that comes to their mind to tell me is that your job is so fun. It's not.
Yeah.
It's a show. So what do you have to do? You can't put all the pressure of that builds up to get to that show, and then you have to put up a face when you don't feel good. Or I get like really bad migraines. Like, when I have like a massive migraine, I still have to like get up on stage and do something. So I can see why, you know, some of these things could happen at whatever age, especially when you get older. Your tolerance for like somebody dropping, you know, one little napkin in front of you could be totally different than what it was like when you're in your 20s.
Yeah.
And then when you're in your 20s, it could be something else because you're so hyperactive, like you just want to fight. Like, so I kind of get it, but does that make it okay? No. We don't really know the whole story of what went on and what's been happening throughout the days to get onto that day, but to that point that you would like actually behave that way. But yeah, I mean, there's so much. You know what? I do really want to talk about this actually. When I go online and I'm like seeing, you know, checking up on my friends that are in bands and this and that, I see just so much hate. You know, so much hate. Oh,
yeah, it's
so and so. I don't want to bring name. Like everybody is just juicing off of fucking hate to talk shit. Like they used to do it to me too. You know, it's like, oh, it's her. I mean, there was a whole website about how to kill someone. I was back in the day. Like it's not. It's just people feed off of that, especially if they're not doing anything themselves. That's where they. I don't know. That's how you get a kick out of it or something. So it's just like there's so much shit talk about people and they don't even know these people. So they have no idea what's going on in their actual life and what pressures and problems they have because they want to like not show that. And then they see like one little thing and then they just shove it into the internet. It's like everybody, and then everybody makes up that mind on that one freaking review. And then it starts spiraling to everywhere. And then that person, even if they didn't do anything, they're a bad person all of a sudden. Like, everybody's going to be like, yeah. It's like, hold on a second. Maybe you need to give them a chance. And you don't, if you don't know them, then I think it's the best to just shut the fuck up and not do that kind of stuff. But how are you going to, there's no controlling those. So it comes with the territory. So if anybody wants to get into the entertainment business of any kind, even you guys, you gotta have haters, especially if you're doing better. You're gonna have
haters pay the bills.
I know haters start paying your bills. They literally do. I used to make fun of them back then. I used to tell them, I'm like, the amount of fucking time you come on my page and those are clicks for me. Not that I'm getting like money for the clicks, but I'm just saying, like, to those people, I would write that, be like, if you really hate me that much, then why are you on here? Like,
how could anybody hate you? Come on,
now. Oh, there's so many. There's so many.
Oh,
but I
don't. I
don't care
ever?
though. I just at the beginning when I started doing this, it was bothering me, and I think it was about 17, 18 years ago that I wanted to quit. And it was funny because maybe 15 years ago, not sure, but it was after Dimebag was already gone, and I had actually a meeting with his girlie in Vegas, and so we were hanging out together, and then at the end of the night when our meeting and stuff was over, we went to a bar because she was drinking. I don't drink, I'm sober, and she was just talking to me, and we got into so many like stuff, and we were talking about it. So she was like, so how you doing, like how's everything? I'm like, I think I want to quit. And she was like, why? And she put me in my place. She gave me probably the best conversation. I don't know like word by word to tell you guys, but I was like ready to stop because that was at the peak of my high. Like everybody had their eye on me, and there was so much hate coming through it, and I didn't like it. And she was like, so you're gonna go listen to these dumbass fucking blah 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 blah. They're probably in a fucking basement doing this and that, and then you want to stop helping us, like Metallica, Megadeth, and us, and this and that. And she started naming people, and that woke me up. I'm like, oh. And she was like, we need you. If you can't quit, like you can't quit because of some haters. They're gonna be there. She was like, you think I don't get like hate? I'm like, I don't know. Because I really didn't know. Like I was just like, I have no idea. Like I'm not used to this. Is so weird. But now it's just like, after she put me in my place, which was really, I love her for that forever. now I don't give two shits. Like, you fucking hate me. It's like, hey, you know what? You know, the best thing you can do is come to my studio. Come over. Like, let's have a fucking talk. Like, you don't like me? Why don't you have the fucking balls to face me in front of my face and don't be behind your computer? That's a whole different thing. If you can't, if you can't do that, that's pretty bad. Like, and so I tell people, I'm like, whatever you want to say, come say it to my face. Even if they're my friends, even if someone is someone I know, and there's something going on and somebody's like talking behind my back, I'm like, dude, bitch, like, bring that over. Bring that fucking over to my face, and let's fix this or not fix this, but they're all scared. No, not even one of them has done that.
Yeah. I noticed that the 90% of the haters are just rage baiting to try to get a reaction out of you, so they can capture that for themselves and throw it on the internet. And that fades over time. Over time, the more they watch you and the more they try to do that, most of them won't be able to help but like you, and they'll turn from hater to fan like that.
I still have them still lingering.
Oh, they'll linger. They're never going to be truly gone.
They're always around. I mean, a lot of my friends were like, they secretly like, it's like, I don't care. Like, I don't care if the whole world hates me. It's going to be the same thing to me that the whole world would love me. Exactly. It just doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, you got to live for yourself, and you have to be happy with whatever the hell you are doing, and not look at people to approve or disapprove of anything that's going on. I think that's a mistake most people make, because they just continuously you look for approval of anyone, like whoever is around you. Yeah, but I am so over that, and I worked on myself a lot too during the pandemic, and and after losing my last studio, and I kind of went inside, and I actually, you know what, I got rid of everything that I had that was black, and that's crazy, because everything I own is black or skulls. I got rid of everything. So for about 2 years, even my clothes, like any piece of black thing, I got rid of it, and I replaced it with grays and lavender. And I started. I had to clean my brain. I had to get in there and clean it for good, and just start seeing everything from a different perspective. And once you have everything is still around you so much, you can't do that. So I did a lot of work on myself that was needed, because we all do need to work on ourselves. Like, nobody's perfect, and I don't want to be perfect. I just want to be happy with me. So I did that for me, not for anybody else, but it did help me with other things with my life as well. So yeah, right now I'm in a really good, I mean, I'm 51 now, and I feel way better than I did when I was in my 20s, for sure. Like, for sure, no doubt. I feel much stronger, much happier, much more confident. So I don't care who thinks what. I mean, I appreciate. That's amazing. I do appreciate the compliments. That's always, of course, is as long as they're not sexual. I hate that. I fucking get pissed off about those things. But if there's like genuine fucking compliments and stuff like that, I do appreciate it. I do. Then it shows that they are seeing a change, and they are seeing . But yeah, so simple life, right?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, we're still. I mean, we just celebrated our 5th anniversary. Can you believe that, Joe? We've been doing this 5 years now, but like, so I'm in my own little bubble. So I'm the numbers guy, Joe's the analytical guy, and he's like the one that kind of like looks at like the temperature in the room and the comments and stuff like that. So I'm like, I don't want to see the comments, because like, if there's people that hate, like, I don't want to like pay attention to that. Joe looks at that stuff. He looks at the
Joe, are you looking? Are we getting hate comments yet?
Well, no, I'm just saying, like, NerdCage in general, like,
the comments usually come later.
Okay.
But I said to Joe.
We'll wait for
Joe
that.
And I just went on a
I gotta go pee.
What's that?
Oh,
Can I go pee?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, you guys talk behind my back, and I'll come back.
Yeah. But no, I was just gonna say to our audience that Joe's the analytical guy, and like, he like checks all like for the comments and the haters and the temperature in the room. I'm too chicken shit to look. So Joe and I went on a trip recently, and I'm like, so Joe, what's like the internet saying about us?
I look
So-
ourselves up once in a while, and I see some interesting stuff. But even the hate comments, I'll know which ones to leave up because it's like, okay, well, this as much of a negative comment as it can be, it's going to stir a conversation that's going to work in our favor. So I'm going to leave it there. You know what I mean? If it's like demeaning towards a guest or something like that, then I'll get rid of it. But
Yeah.
90% of the time, I mean, our group is fucking. You guys are amazing, our fans and everything, because I've yet to really have to comb through too much. But every once in a while, you get those
community
ones.
based.
Exactly. So every once in a while, and as we grow, I'm sure it'll be more and more. But some of the trolls you actually need there to push you. So I know which ones to leave and which ones to take action.
I get nervous because right now, thank God we only got one episode left. But we've been covering Last of Us, and like that's been pretty polarizing to say the least, Joe.
Oh, jeez. If you think it's hard on our end, imagine what WB is dealing with, because every single one of their properties is under fire.
Yeah, so like every video we've been putting up for The Last of Us, I get fucking nervous because of the goddamn, the polarizing audience. And so far, so good. We haven't really like gotten to.
Well, we've been able to
I haven't
interject
seen much hate
humor,
from
and
it, so.
we contrast each other, so it works out as a. We're able to put a good mix up, so that's good.
Yes. All right, so the Queen is back. So one of the questions
Queen
I want.
from her bathroom throne.
All right, so one of the things I want to ask you, because like I said, you've had a very fascinating career in music journalism and stuff like that. And I know there's probably too many to name, but is there any band that you interviewed or any like interview you've done that you're like most proud of, or you can name more than one? Like, what are some of your highlights of your?
Oh my God, yeah, and unfortunately, most of those stuff is gone, because it was live streamed. That's why when we were starting, I was asking you guys if you're going to keep this because
everything's archived.
There's like a lot of places. Yeah, there's like a lot of places that I or companies that I worked with that it was just live stream and then either the warehouses, because back in the day we had like tapes, so the warehouses caught on fire, everything was gone, or it was just live stream. But the best one that I have that I will never forget is with Lemmy, because I had to go pick him up from the Rainbow.
Oh, that's awesome.
Actually, that's in the Lemmy movie. The car that he gets into is my car. And there was nobody there filming. That was like daytime. And he just told me, he was like, can you come pick me up? I'm like, I'm like across the street, right? He's like, well, yeah, can you come pick me up? So I did. And I brought him to my house. And obviously, we lived like few houses like apart, few apartments apart from each other. We were like buddies. So I brought him over, and we blew up the internet that day. Like, he was just so comfortable at my place, even though I had stairs, and that was like hard for him to come up. But it was just like I was just on second floor. It wasn't that bad. But but yeah, I got him plenty of like booze and a lot of cigarettes, so he's good and good. Like,
He's a true rock god.
He was such an amazing person that I think everybody should learn from.
Yeah.
And every way, just being a human. Like, he was just fantastic guy. Like, he's just so down to earth and humble and sweet, just such a fucking sweetheart. I mean, I've also seen him mad too, because he fought for me a few times. Nice. Quite a bit. He fought for me. Like, he literally, like, I had to like go and be like tap on his back and be like, oh, it's okay, and he was just like, no, you stay out of it. I'm like, whoa, okay. But yeah, he literally like fought for me a plenty of times. But yeah, that interview was about, it wasn't really an interview. We were just hanging out. It was like 3 hours.
Oh, okay. So
and he talked about goats and sheep and just like, we weren't even talking about music really. Like, it was just it was so cool. Like, that one was really, that's probably my favorite. And I'm so pissed off that we don't have that. It's just
yeah, that's definitely a gut punch when that's why I said Joe and I we even archive our gaming streams. That's like we're big about archiving. I did see that Netflix has a Lemmy documentary coming out soon.
Oh, another one?
Apparently, I don't know. I thought I saw.
Or maybe is it the old one that he was alive? They made it.
I think it's like a new one that they're working on. I'll have to look it up. I saw like.
I have to see that, but I'm saying that wink, wink. Get my drip.
Oh, okay.
I don't like that already.
Yeah, I mean, I would have to look it up.
I don't want to get into details, but
okay,
yeah,
okay.
not cool. I don't think that would be cool. I'll wait until I see it because I will watch that because me and Lemmy were very close, and I'm still very, very, very close with his son.
Mm-hmm.
So I know the family. My mom used to be Lemmy's realtor. Like we were like a family. Like we were hanging out all the time. So I know way too much about what went on that people don't know.
Oh.
And I was sworn into not saying anything about it. So I'm just going to keep that promise and not say anything about it until the day comes. And they already gave me the day that comes. So I have that in my pocket too. So if that certain thing happens, there's gonna be a crazier Sanaz than anybody has ever seen. I'm gonna put out everything. So yay!
Now, Joe and I, we're from Syracuse, New York, and I don't know how familiar you are with Syracuse, but we live about 30 minutes from Cortland, New York, which is the birthplace of Ronnie James Dio. Did you ever interview Ronnie or have any stories with Ronnie?
I didn't interview him, but that was one of the funnest face-to-face just meeting each other for the first time. It was the coolest. I will not forget that either. We were at one of the Golden God Awards, and
yes.
I'm usually upstairs, the VIP lounge that they have with the artists. So I was hanging out there, and then I decided to go to the back room to I don't know, I think I was looking for somebody, but I kind of just opened this door, and there was it was kind of quiet. It was still kind of day-ish time. Like the show hasn't started yet. So I opened the door, and someone's like about 10 feet away from me, and right when I opened the door, he was like, Sanaz! And I was like, holy shit, it's Ronnie. And he just like jumped and like grabbed me, and we were just like hugging each other. I'm like, okay, this is fucking crazy. Like, how does he even know my name? Usually nobody can even say my name, let alone like somebody that like him that I wouldn't even expect that he would know me before even we met. So that was the coolest way. He was very, very nice, and his wife Wendy is super nice. And actually, me and Wendy have the same birthday, April 11th. So
nice.
Every time we see each other, we do the whole fist bump thingy, and we're like, we get the same birthday girlies, yeah. So we haven't done anything with each other yet, as far as our birthdays goes. But Ronnie was just so sweet. He was just so humble too. But no, I didn't get to. Unfortunately, it was already at the time that he was sick. So after I met him, I didn't get to like really like after that like hang out with him or do an interview or anything like that. Unfortunately, we didn't even take a picture because it was so random. Like it was like literally like passing in a freaking hallway. I might have been going to the bathroom. Like that's how it was. It was like just, oh, okay. He's just like, and he was kind of the same size as me. Like, so it was just funny. Like,
yeah,
we were like,
I kind of giggled inside because you said he jumped.
Yeah,
and I know
he was
a very short
like,
man.
Like, both the size. I'm like, this is so weird. Like, it's funny. Like, so yeah, yeah. I did get to meet him. I'm so glad that I did get to meet him that one night, and that was it. I just met him that night.
That's awesome. I had to ask because you talked about legend, the legend in Lemmy. I figured I had to throw in Ronnie in too. So.
Yeah, exactly. The actual like real gods of metal, the good ones. The humble good ones. Not that I'm not saying anybody's bad. I'm just saying those are a couple of people that are super, super down to earth and just human, and they don't look they never looked at themselves as like any kind of rock stars. Like hanging out with Lemmy, I would go to his house and sit there, and he would just like put his earbuds in my ear and be like, have you heard this? Have you heard this? Like, and none of it was his songs. Like, it was just like random weirdness. I'm like, no. And he's like, but do you like this? Do you like that? Like, it was like a child. It was like so cute. Like, it was just like, we never talked about his band and him. Like, he was like kind of sick of it, you know? It was a job. Like, you don't want to fucking be a doctor and come home and keep talking about fucking.
Yeah, I would imagine any band that tours the world, you know, when they're not touring, they probably.
Oh, but no, I know those two. I know, I don't want to name them, but I know those two. It's like every freaking 5 seconds, you're so how does it feel to sit with a rock star? It's like, oh, fuck off. Like, whatever. Like, yeah, you told me to come here. Now you're talking like that. What do you want me to fucking say?
Yeah,
seriously.
and it's like we were talking about before, is that at the end of the day, anything in entertainment is just basically a performance. You're playing a character, pretty much. And some of these people can't break character. They're like method actors. They just stay in character all the time. You know?
Exactly. And that's weird. Like me, I'm a tomboy. I'm a super tomboy. When I was getting ready for your show, I was sitting outside with my friends, and I was putting out makeup, and I was like, you know what? I love my work. This is the one thing I fucking can't stand. I cannot stand sitting there and like dolling up. That's why I love using filters now. I'm like, oh, good, because I can just. And people are like, well, you're using filters. I'm like, I'm not what you think I am. I like to be in my, pants, like no makeup. I put my hair away, and I'm like fucking hammering shit. I don't do girly shit. I don't like it. I hate it. Like every time I have to like even shave my head or something, which I haven't done, by the way. Like it's just a pain in the ass. I know a lot of girls are like, oh yeah, that's just so much fun. Let's play with this and this. And I have my own makeup line that I'm about to put out that I made myself.
Oh,
but
nice,
that does
congrats.
not mean. But I'm not. Thank you. But that's not like something that I'm necessarily like. People think that I look like this or live like this all the time. Is like, no, you're so wrong. Like I am such a boy. Like it's
I
like
mean, if you listen to heavy metal, you're gonna have that rough, the rough tomboy masculine side.
I just hate it. I hate getting dressed up for anything. I don't like it. Like,
No, what I do think is funny sometimes is when these people at a high level will use their fame to kind of fuck with people. Like they'll have a fan go backstage or something. It'll be like, well, and they'll be noticeably like shaking because they're in the star shock mode, and they'll be like, well, you know who I am, right? And they'll make the tension build, and then they'll go, I'm just fucking with you. Why don't you come over here and play Mortal Kombat with me or something?
Right? Yeah, exactly. No, that's actually a very that's another thing too. Like some of these artists like that. They actually do enjoy that attention still to this day, even if they've been doing this for 30 years or something or more. Some of them, they still want to see somebody like go like, oh my god, like,
yeah.
And I guess it's fine. I just don't get it. It's not a thing I would understand ever. I don't know. but no, there's still some of them out there. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it's just kind of like, all right, at some point, are you going to get tired of this putting on the show like 24 hours and wanting validation? Again, like we were talking before, like that's just, you still want validation? I mean, come on, like look at all the stuff that you did. Isn't that validating you enough? Oh, you still want that kind of, I mean, it's fine. Whatever floats their boat, they can do that. Like people are like, are you upset with it? I'm like, nah, I don't care. Or I was saying I don't like drug addicts, and I made a video and I put it on Instagram, and I was like, I don't like drug addicts and this and that and that, and a whole bunch of people were like writing me saying like, well, those are the people that you actually hang out with. I'm like, you don't know who I hang out with.
Yo, straight edge over here.
Yeah, and I'm not saying any of those things. I'm not judging people. I'm just saying like I was trying to make another point, but they like attached it to all the musicians, and like it's like, just because this is my job and
just because you're watching TMZ all the time doesn't mean that's who they are.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, weird. It's like, no, everybody loves to take whatever they can out of context and just make their own like little world that they came up with. It's like, well, you do know. It's like, yeah, I do know, bitch. Like, I've been doing this for like close to 27 years now. I do know the people that I deal with. That does not mean that I like to go hang out with them. Or when I do go into their tour bus, they actually put away the drugs.
Yeah.
Because they remember that I'm sober, and I kind of don't like it. I don't like it around me, so they put it away out of respect. And some of them don't. And you know what? It's my part at that time to walk out of there, because that's their territory. I'm in your territory, so I'll respect that. If I don't like what I see, I will walk out of there. And I expect that for people that come to my studio as well. Like, I have a bunch of rules people don't like. Like, they're like, well, you know, people are going to. I'm like, that's fine. It just doesn't have to be in my face, you know. Or for me, like, people are always going to do whatever they want. It's funny.
And like you mentioned before, with Lemmy and everything, and how down to earth he was and stuff, I'm starting to notice that whether you're at a high level or whether you're just a fan or whatever, the interactions are pretty much the same. I mean, I have a friend of mine whose father was a limo driver back in the day and ended up driving Eddie Money. And my buddy came home and goes, dude, my dad just smoked weed with Eddie Money. It's like one of the stories that come out of that.
So Miss Sanaz, I actually have 2 more questions for you, because I'm looking at the time here and I want to get these questions in. And then it's just
let's get the questions in, and then I'm gonna go in the U-Haul and do the whole moving stuff.
Yeah. Yes. So I definitely got 2 more questions. One question kind of came up in my mind as we were talking earlier, and one I want to ask because it involves the Rock Hall of Fame. So my first question. All right, so you mentioned hanging out with earlier in the conversation. You mentioned you know hang out with Rita, you know, Dimebag's longtime girlfriend. So I gotta ask, since you know you and Rita are tight. Is the reunion with Charlie and Zach is, because God rest his soul, but before Vinnie Paul passed away, he didn't want to do any reunion. Now the reunion's been kicked off a few years ago, and it's been fucking awesome. In fact, Joe and I caught Pantera last year. It was fucking awesome. So how does Rita feel about the current
I actually don't know. I haven't seen her in a while. But I would say, like, I think these reunions and like coming back after the people say that they're done, like this is their last tour and stuff like that, and then you see them come back again, like, you know, maybe in a year, maybe 2 years, maybe sometimes 5 years, they will wait for it. It's basically, it comes down to money, I think. I think, not that I'm not 100% sure about this situation, but also, like, there's been a lot of changes in that band because of, you know, Dime and Benny and all the craziness that happened even after that. Like, so it could be like other reasons that they want to maybe bring it back to life. Not that it's, I don't ever think that those things really work, but they like to give it a try and see how it would go. Like, it's just like when you get like the major players in the group gone, then it's never going to be the same. It doesn't matter, like, even if it's fantastic and amazing and awesome to the people who loved it from before, it's never going to be the same. So that's kind of how I feel about it, but I don't know what she thinks about that. I actually have a lot of people I need to hit up, because I kind of been out of, like, I usually don't hit anybody up. That's kind of a thing that I have. I don't reach out to the stars or the entertainers that I know, because I don't like bothering anybody, and I have their numbers, but I don't like calling or texting or anything. Maybe here and there I might want to really know like how they're doing. I'll send like one little text, and if I don't get an answer, no, that's that for a long time. But yeah, she's probably one of the people that I should probably hit up and just see how she's doing. I'll let you know.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. And my next question is, So one of the topics we cover on NerdCage Live, usually not so much on the channel, but on our social media. So my favorite band finally got in at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I'm I'm thrilled over in Ohio, but Soundgarden finally got in. I'm absolutely.
Oh, they did? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, the Soundgarden just got in. And the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has kind of been divisive because, like, you know, people are saying, well, it's not really the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame anymore. It's more like the Music Hall of Fame because we have all these hip-hop, pop artists and country artists getting in. That don't bother me. To me, it's a prestige. Rock Hall's an awesome venue, awesome place. Yeah. And for Soundgarden to get in, I was elated. I just wish they got in sooner before Chris passed away. So my question to you is, like I said, Soundgarden's my favorite band. Did you ever meet Chris or did you ever interview Chris?
No. That's one of the bands I haven't met.
Oh, all right. Well, I know you're out in LA. I know Chris lived out in LA too. So.
But I mean, I come to Ohio like a lot. Well, I used to, not recently, but you know, my friends from Mushroom Heads are there, and whenever I go there and I have an event, and people book me for hosting events, I used to travel a lot, not recently, but yeah, like I do go to Ohio. Ohio is actually one of my favorite places to go for shows because the fans are just so awesome. And I did actually get to go to, on one of the tours that I was on, I did get to go to I'm probably gonna butcher the fuck out of this, but I think Soundgarden, the name, the actual like Soundgarden garden, the fucking little park kind of a thing.
Oh, okay.
I did go there. And I mean, everybody was hearing stuff. I wasn't hearing anything. So I think the name came from there. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on any of that. It was just like when I'm on tour, like I'm the only girl usually, so I got shit to do, and the guys get out of the car and they do like this sightseeing and stuff like that, which I'm not into. But that one I did get out of the car and I kind of like looked around a little bit, and it was kind of interesting. So yeah, Ohio is just it's kind of a neat niche for metal bands still. Yeah. which is not, it's definitely not anymore in LA, by the way. Like we are over here is dead. It's bad. It's very bad.
That baffles me a little bit because when I think of LA, I think of the whole Sunset.
We have
Strip,
so many bands. Sunset Strip, to me, you can ask somebody else and they'll tell you something different. To me, that I've been going there since '96. Like it's dead. It's dead. Like I used to have a residency. I used to have 3 shows every week at the Whiskey that I put on. And I had 2 at the Viper Room, which is all of Sunset, Sunset Boulevard. It's dead. And it's so expensive to even park there now that even if you do want to go, like it's going to be like a minimum of like a $200 night to go see your friend's band play. Like I'm not talking like big band. I'm talking about like your friend's band that they're just jamming or whatever. Like just for you to park and pay to get in and have something to eat and come back home. And I mean, I don't drink, but even my sodas that I get, like by the end of the night, it's like a couple $100 for you.
That seems to be the whole business now. I mean, we used to have festivals here where it was 20 bands for $20. That's not a thing anymore. you know.
Yeah. So things have changed a lot, and yeah. So the music scene. I mean, still people really like to come play the Whiskey because of its name.
Yeah.
But it's better to. It's probably way more fun to. And I love the Whiskey, by the way. That's one of my favorite venues. I mean, I worked with them for many years. They used to throw my birthday party bashes for 3 days in a row, or a week. Like it was crazy. I love them, but at this point, nothing against them at all whatsoever, but it would be more fun to come to my studio and have an event than to go there, because you can park for free, you can come in here, you can have fun, we'll barbecue, we'll like do stuff. Like none of that is there. It's changed a lot. It's definitely not the same, and that's sad. But I'm hoping that things will change, but to be honest with you, I don't see it going that way. It's just as time goes by, everything starts changing directions, no matter what it is. Like things start changing direction, and it seems like that whole area after Lemmy was gone and after the owner of Rainbow, where Lemmy hung out, and he died too. Like I honestly think that his son is just kind of ruining it, and he can watch this. I mean, they follow me on Instagram. They know what I say about that, but it's just like, it's kind of sad because the kids are like the like metal scene, like even if like you're in a guitar department, like you're building guitars, building drums, musicians, this that clubs, all of that. It seems like what I'm watching as time is going by, and like my friends are getting older and they're dying and this and that, and their kids are taking over. Their kids are ruining it. I mean, I don't understand how you could be so far or so disconnected with what your parents built this empire of, like something that it's been being talked about still to this day around the fucking world, and then you come in and you have this genius idea of let's do this, and you just fucking shit on everything and you ruin whatever they built. It bothers me like a lot. I can go on. I'm not gonna like keep you on this because I can bitch about this for like hours. Because I've seen it too
I think
much.
our generation was where kind of legacy died. Like we used to be heavy on legacy, and now it's these kids just want to build their own and forget about the past. And it's like, you better be really
The
good
unfortunate
to
thing
be
is
able
that
to
their parents, those parents at least, you know, they gave them everything beautiful. It was like solid, and then they just came in and I cut this, do that, do this. Now I want like change this, and then those changes was not necessary.
Yeah, if it ain't broke,
That's
don't fix it.
what is broken. Ever like it's being broken, and we are getting older, so the next generation is already, you know, well, at least for my age. I don't know how old you guys are, but like for my age, I'm 51 already, so I passed that, you know, whole going out club thing. If I wasn't already in the business, like I'm already kind of past that. But yeah, I'm seeing like if I would have had a kid, my kid would have ruined whatever I did. Like I could see that because I'm seeing it with my other friends. It's like we're kind of at that age that if I did have a kid, they would have been the same age of these little kids that are fucking everything up right now. I would have been pissed.
Yeah.
I would have been really pissed.
It's almost better not to hand them anything and let them get it off their own steam and be like, hey, I'm going to keep all this for now. You're going to go on your own and try to make something of yourself.
That's what they did until they died, and then what happens is the kids come and take over.
Yeah.
And then you can't stop the shit to happen. It's like you just have to like hope for the best and see what happens.
Yep, exactly.
Absolutely. Hey, Joe, I figured we could do some rapid questions to end the show with rapid questions. But Joe, do you have any questions before we kind of close up the bar?
I think we've covered quite a bit. We want to leave the audience wanting more.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely. All right, so over here at NerdCage, obviously, you know, we're a pop culture based channel, but you know, we'd like to talk, you know, video games, movies, etc. So we'll do something a little bit different with you here. We just want to ask you what your 5 favorite movies are, and then after that, I want you to name some of your 5 favorite bands, and let us know what your guilty pleasures are that we wouldn't even expect that you listen to.
Oh, okay.
So let's start with movies. So what are your 5 favorite movies?
Does it have to be movie, or can it be series in there too?
Okay, we can
franchises. That's fine.
I think one of my very, very favorite movies was Natural Born Killers.
Oh, okay.
Really fun. I love that movie. I love the soundtrack. I love everything about it. Everything. As far as the series goes, I am obsessed with Penny Dreadful. I bought the DVDs.
Eva Green.
I even bought the tarot cards for $150 because I needed them for whatever reason. I don't even do tarot cards, but I just wanted them so bad. I'm obsessed with that. I can watch that thing over and over and over again. What else? As far as like funny stuff, I love Idiocracy. I think that really they knew what was coming, and we're in the Idiocracy world right now.
Exactly. Yeah, we're living it.
So sad. But I don't know. With two more. I think I like The Hangovers too.
Yes.
Not necessarily like my favorite, but I love stuff like that. And I am I can go word by word at Bob's Burgers.
Nice.
Like literally. Like I've watched that fucking thing. It's in the background all the time. I don't stop watching it. So I know it literally word by word. So if somebody quizzes me on that, I am like the shit. So that's that.
Have a
So yeah,
Bob's
I'm
Burger
more,
trivia
more
night.
into cartoons, by the way. I like more animated stuff than yeah, movie stuff. Like it's very hard to get me to watch movies. But oh, Bram Stoker, Dracula. That was
Oh, okay.
whoa.
Yeah.
That was really fucking good Dracula movie. That was my best. That was one of my favorites.
Well, that would explain your look.
Well, the look came way before. I've been looking like this since I was like 15.
Well, I know like with
I like my
Dracula's,
hair and
his
stuff,
wives
like,
in
it
the
was a
movie
bit-
and whatnot, Monica Bellucci.
I
So
think
now
it
it
kind
all
of
makes sense now.
I think it sucked into my pores and it just became me. Okay, 5 favorite bands you said?
Yeah.
Pleasure bands, like nobody would expect.
Oh, the guilty pleasure stuff.
I don't know. I think it's pretty obvious. I really love Madonna, like a lot, like a lot. I have learned. I'm not just necessarily like looking at her as just whatever she puts out. She has a lot of fucking messages of people to help people grow. Nobody's like freaking paying attention. I learned a lot of things from her. A lot of how to be, strong and do everything alone and just stand on my own 2 feet.
Okay,
I learned it
80s
from her.
Madonna or 90s Madonna? 'Cause I actually prefer her 90s stuff over her 80s stuff. I know I'm
Both.
the minority here.
Both, even 2000s.
Yeah.
I still love her, even though she looks crazy, right? But I still think that woman is one powerful minded person that we all can learn from. Whether you like her, you don't. That's not even a point. Like that's not a point. But anyway, she's definitely my top. I got a huge poster of her in the studio, and I don't have a poster of anybody else, by the way. So she's up there.
Nice.
Guilty stuff. Let me see. Like bam bams. I mean, I don't really. I don't know. I guess everybody likes Depeche Mode. I kind of almost. Well, not everybody. I know a few people that hate it, but I like it. But that's kind of almost little metalish because a lot of metal bands like covered their songs. So
yeah.
They kind of fall into metal in a weird way. But let me see. What's like really fucking odd? I don't know. It would probably have to go back to the like 80s, like just the weird shit of the 80s. I really still like it. I think the 80s pop bands would probably sum up what I really like. My guilty like people be like,
Oh, that's great.
Listening to, because I think they did really good. I mean, all the pop shit right now is horrible.
Yeah, I know. I don't even know what's out there right now. So
yeah, but back then, I would tell you that the reason that I like that, and I can't really like just pick one, is because everybody was so talented. Everybody actually wrote their songs. Everybody actually did the job. Everybody actually, well, 99% of them. Not everybody, but now it's like 1% does that, and then 99% doesn't. So yeah, I love even the cheesiest freaking thing. I mean, I think I mean I haven't listened to it in like years, but I think I even really love the Boy Georgia stuff. Like all this he put out. It was just so much fun. There's just like a fun feeling about it. Did I hit it or?
Yeah, no, those were excellent. We definitely. I had to throw a little bit of a curveball, and so.
But see, your last question, I think already everybody knows too.
Yeah.
My guilty pleasure stuff like cookies. I think everything that starts with a C: cigarettes, cookies, candy, cake.
It's all food based.
Yeah, I do love my cigarettes. I love my cigarettes. I do. It's horrible, but I do. That's the only thing I do. But I like everything that's bad for you, which is awful at my age. I should probably
we all do.
Hey, you only live
No,
once.
but that's what I eat though. Like you go to the gym. You can't tell me.
Yeah, I know. I go to the gym, but I eat like
Okay,
shit though.
you listen. You like it. I actually eat it. Okay, I sit in bed with a whole giant cake, and I will finish that damn thing alone, like a birthday cake. I will finish it by morning, alone. There's nobody else at my bed. Okay, I'm alone, so I put a cake in there and I eat it all. So it's pretty bad.
Bless you.
You don't do that.
You don't look like a cake eater.
Oh, I love. Don't even start. I would, if somebody brings a cake to my house, and
I eat a whole cake,
I would go hide that shit so nobody would take a slice. It's just terrible. I love my sweets.
Well, God bless. All right, like this has been a lot of fun, and like, oh my gosh, because I know I could ask you so many more questions, so we gotta leave it for another. So that being said, Miss Metal Sanaz, we'd love to have you back on NerdCage Live sometimes. Would you like to come back sometime? All right.
Yes, especially when the studio is done, I would like to come back on so that I can give you guys a live tour.
Yes, that'd be fucking awesome. That'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. I would love to. I really appreciate you guys. It's a lot of hard work. For those who are watching, what they're doing, I'm just gonna take over the show right now and let you guys know something. Okay, listen to me.
Yeah.
What they're doing is not an easy thing to do. So if you're watching this right now, you should show your support. If you don't like to subscribe to something and it's too hard for you and you think it's too much, at least give the video a like and go to their page and try to support them, because all of this stuff, I'm telling you, it takes a lot of work, it takes a lot of patience, it takes a lot of like bullshit, and you guys don't get to see that. You get to see the finished product, which is great for you to watch, but showing support goes a very long ways, and you know, karma goes around, bitch. Yeah, so you do something good for somebody, it'll come back to you, so do that.
Thank you very much for those kind words. Like I said, we're closing in on 5,000 subscribers, which I know that's a small number compared to other channels, but for us, it's like, yes, 5,000. We're so
still a milestone.
Yeah, well, you got to do step by step. Nothing. Even I tell my bands this that are starting up and they're like playing and they come and practice on my place. I tell them, I'm like, you got to take it slow, and it's kind of like a ladder. You got to go one step at a time. If you try to jump over a ladder, you're going to fall. So, you know. And it's kind of good to slowly go up, because you can feel the trial and errors of what you need to fix and what you need to do, and that it's a process, and then it will pick up really fast. So that's good.
I like to have the mindset of it's not the destination, it's the journey.
It is. If you cannot enjoy the journey, then it's pointless to get to the destination. It's done. What? Okay, now what?
Yeah, and you know, Joe and I, we look back at our shows like, wow, we really got that person on, we got that person on, when this person's come on. So it's been a really, really fun journey that, like, we've gotten people from all aspects of life, whether we've gotten, like, a martial artist on or a musician on, or, you know, whatever actor we get. Like, it's been fun over here in NerdCage Live. So, and like I said, we cover all things pop culture, but Joe and I, we're into rock and roll metal.
I love the way that you guys are professional and how you dealt with this, because I do get hit up for interviews a lot, and I usually do turn them down. But
I was so glad when you responded to us. Like I like flipped out on Joe. I'm like, Joe, this chick Metal Sanaz.
Well, that's why the first thing I said, I was like, let me see what you guys are doing, because usually there would be a lot, but it's not about. It's really not about numbers. It's about how the people are professional and what they do, and I can tell. I've been in this business, done it myself, so I can tell if they're professional. Then, absolutely, why not?
Oh yeah. You know, like I'm not new to interviews. Like I've interviewed bands before. I do interviews for Jogo Media, so like this is, you know, nothing, like it's nothing new to me. We're always like I'm pretty good about like presenting myself and like, you know, I mean I project myself to be professional, but you know, but if you really know me, I'm just a regular dude. But yeah, I know when to
I'm a regular goofball.
Like, yeah, heavy metal, but I know when to
I'm a regular goofball. So we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
So that's awesome.
All
no,
right.
I will definitely be back.
Awesome. All right. So before you go, I want to give you the floor one more time. Promote anything you want to promote your social media, all that good stuff, Unfriendly Studios, and of course, if you have a message for our audience, by all means, the floor is yours, Miss Sanaz.
Thank you so much. Well, you can find me anywhere if you just search Metal Sanaz, probably all of my stuff will come up under that. I think only my
Yes.
TikTok somebody already took my name, so that was funny. But you can still you can tell it's me, so it's easy to find. If my website is metalsanaz.com and unfriendlystudio.com. It goes to metalsanaz.com, and I haven't worked on it yet because the place is not done yet. But if you have any questions or you want to reach out for any reason whatsoever, except for hitting on me and being weird and sexual, that I will not tolerate, I will block you. But for anything else, if you could just email me at unfriendlystudios@gmail.com, and I will be more than happy to see what your needs and what your question is, and if it's not stupid, I will answer you. So it's pretty easy to get in touch with me.
Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us. This has been awesome. Like I said, I know we have more stories and stuff to go over, and I look forward to sharing more stories.
I think we're gonna have to have a one-day the whole day together.
Yeah,
if you want
absolutely.
stories, we're gonna need way more time than this.
Oh, absolutely. But like I said, we gotta leave everybody wanting more, and of course, we respect everybody's time. I know you're a busy woman. All right, Joe, go ahead, promote what we got coming up. So, Joe, next Thursday, we have a show next Thursday.
Yes, next Thursday, big show. Total MK and Fate will be here. Attack of the Aussies for Mortal Kombat, and giant guest announcement.
And I mean giant announcement.
Oh, I'm dying to know what the fuck.
I'll tell you off air. We'll tell you off air. And then Joe, Saturday on Twitch.
Yes, more Doom: The Dark Ages.
Let's go. And then Tuesday on Twitch.
Yes, more God of War 3 Remastered.
And of course, get yourself a NerdCage Live t-shirt again. Any size, any color, men's or ladies. We also have hoodies, magnets, tote bags, you name it. The link to our Team Public is in the description of every video and every live stream across the vast lands of social media. And again, whether you're skinny, booty call, or fat fuck, big or small, we love them all. We go from small all the way to 5XL. So you got no excuse. Get yourself a goddamn shirt. And again, speaking of social media, Joe, tell everybody about our social media.
Yes, if you want to get us on Twitter or Instagram, both handles are @nerd_cage. Our link to our Discord is in the description. Become a member there as well. And our Facebook discussion group, that is NerdCage Nation. We love everything you guys put up there. No spoilers, no politics, and for God's sakes, keep it civil.
Yes. Again, thank you to everybody in NerdCage Nation, and thank you. Whoa. My keyboard. Thank you to the beautiful Miss Sanaz for hanging out with us. We can't wait to have you back.
Thank you guys. Yeah, thank you. And we will catch up with you guys soon.
Absolutely. Until then, we previously ask you to like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, spread that shit like syphilis. So USA, yours truly, the land of the orange of Syracuse, New York, to all of our friends and fans around the world at NerdCage Live and Unfriendly Studios. As always, enjoy life, stay safe, eat your vegetables, do your push-ups, go to the gym. Good night, God bless, and have the best day of your life.
And eat your sugar. Go get a cake.
Night.
Good night, everybody.
Bye, guys.
NerdCage Live and gaming are a perfect match.
Shoot the J, Joe. Okay. Shoot it!
All right.
Over on NerdCage Live on Twitch, Jay and Joe go live.
Call me Bazooka Joe. It's all about you.
Kaboom! Playing both old school and new school games every Tuesday night. Ooh, what a sight!
Jay, stop looking at her face and run.
But she's so beautiful.
So be sure to follow NerdCage Live on Twitch.
Run for your life, Joe. Run for your life, Joe.
Running.
Run faster. Oh no, Joe. The galaxy's doomed because of you.
To scratch your gaming itch.
Oh, nice kick, Joe.
Thank you.
Yo, that's diabolical. Wait. Yo!
That's twitch.tv/NerdCage Live.
Ooh, trying to get out of the nerd cage, are ya? Well, before you go, hit that subscribe button. And if you're really intrigued, ring that bell. Thank you for dropping by. Until next time, tell everyone you know about NerdCage Live! ha ha ha!